literally for Olympics in a couple days. So also wanted to just warn you guys, next week, episodes might be light because I am going to Milan to cover the Olympics. I will be vlogging there, so I'll have a vlog for you guys, but I'm going to just make sure that I make the most out of that experience. I have never covered the Olympics before. I'm very excited about it. I'll be doing a lot of things while I'm there. So if there's any breaking news, I will make sure to update you guys from Italy, but otherwise, I'll probably just see you when I'm back. However, while I was in Los Angeles, there was some WNBA breaking news, so I just wanted to go over that quickly with you guys, and I apologize that I'm a few days late. Firstly, I want to talk about this team.
Honestly, a lot of people felt like she should have gotten the call a long time ago. The snub didn't go unnoticed, and fans were definitely loud about it. But now it's official, Caitlin Clark is on Team USA, and social media is going crazy over it. This isn't just some routine roster update. It feels big. It's the moment supporters have been waiting for. Finally seeing the young star get that recognition. The debate about whether she belongs? That's basically done. She's here. And right away, you can feel how much attention this is going to bring. Viewership is about to spike in a serious way. Maybe even change how the game is followed around the world. Everything's lined up for a debut that could absolutely take over the internet.
You guys, and I apologize that I'm a few days late. Firstly, I want to talk about this Team USA roster for the 2026 USA Women's World Cup qualifying team. Just so you guys know, I just want to make this clear. This is not an Olympic roster team. This is for World Cup. And this is also for the qualifiers for World Cup. So this is actually happening in March. Like the qualifying games are in March, and we did get the schedule for that. So yeah, March 11th, March 12th, 14th, 15th, and 17th, and they will play, is that Senegal? Is that right? I don't know what that flag is. I think it's possibly Senegal.
Now let's clear something up. This isn't the Olympic roster people were expecting to see her on. Clark's been selected for the 2026 USA Women's World Cup qualifying team. That's still a huge deal and an important step toward competing on the world stage. The difference matters, but the excitement hasn't slowed down at all. If anything, it proves her pull goes beyond just one specific tournament. These qualifiers in March give her an early chance to show what she can do internationally. Quiet any remaining critics and start building her story with Team USA. Even though it's just qualifying, the pressure and expectations are very real.
Senegal, Puerto Rico, Italy, New Zealand, and Spain. This is also so ironic, you guys, because remember when I did that Caitlin Clark debate where it was like one Caitlin Clark fan versus 10 haters? That's going to be released around the time that they're doing these World Cup games. So that should just be so interesting. I just can't believe it was supposed to be released in January and it got pushed to March. So stay tuned for that, you guys. It's going to be smack dab in the middle when all of these players are playing, and I'm sure that it will definitely stir the pot. I'm kind of mad that it's not being released earlier than that, but anyway, this is the roster for those games. We have Aliyah Boston.
And the qualifying matchups are packed into March, the 11th, 12th, 14th, 15th, and 17th. It's a tight turnaround. Team USA will go up against Senegal, Puerto Rico, Italy, New Zealand, and Spain. Every game brings a different style and challenge. It's a real test, and it gives Clark multiple chances to find her rhythm with a group full of elite talent. From the opening tip, the intensity will be high. There's not much room for mistakes when you're wearing USA across your chest, and the whole world is tuned in.
We have Aliyah Boston, Paige Bueckers, Sonia Citron, Caitlin Clark, Kalia Copper, Chelsea Gray, Dearica Hamby, Ryan Howard, Kiki Riafend, Kelsey Plum, Angel Reese, and Jackie Young. And a lot of people were also asking, like, why isn't Nafisa on this roster? Why isn't Asia Wilson on this roster? Why isn't Sabrina, like some of the people who actually played in the Paris Olympics on that team? And it's because it's World Cup. Not every player, not all of the top tier players play in every like world event. I can imagine that Asia will just not participate in World Cup. She doesn't have to. She probably will only participate when another Summer Olympics rolls around. Like,
there's also something else adding fuel to the fire. A previously recorded debate video about Caitlin Clark, 1 supporter versus 10 critics, is scheduled to drop right around the same time as these qualifying games. The timing is almost unbelievable. Some people will call it messy. Others will say it's marketing genius. Either way, it's bound to stir up conversation and keep her name trending. Every possession, every shot, every stat line is going to be analyzed even more closely.
The graphic that Team USA decided to use because they have Ryan Howard, Chelsea Gray, and Aliyah Boston on this, but obviously they didn't. I mean, the three biggest stars on this roster are Caitlin, Paige, and Angel. They didn't use any of them, which is fine. It is what it is, but obviously I think people were saying like, oh, this graphic would have been shared a lot more if you put Caitlin Clark on there, or you put Angel Reese on there, or if you put Paige on there. Now, I also wanted to share with you guys the coaches for this Team USA team. So head coach is Kara Lawson. She is the head coach at Duke, and we actually had her on the show. I loved her interview. I love Kara Lawson. I've been watching her. Well, I was a fan of her when she played
at the full roster. It's an interesting mix of experienced stars and exciting young talent. It kind of signals where the program might be headed. Along with Clark, you've got names like Aliyah Boston, Paige Bueckers, Angel Reese, Kalia Copper, Chelsea Gray, and Jackie Young. That's serious depth. It means competition for playing time is going to be intense, especially in the backcourt. The roster announcement alone had fans debating lineups and creating theories within minutes.
Somebody's gonna be mad. Somebody's gonna be mad whether Chelsea Gray is starting or whether Caitlin Clark is starting. Somebody somewhere is going to be mad. That's just how the discourse is around this league. But I think it's a good roster. I think it's a good team. I think that they will be just fine in these World Cup qualifiers and also in World Cup. But it is really exciting to see players like Caitlin finally getting that Team USA nod, because she should have been on the 2024 Olympic team. And lastly, you guys, really quick, we can talk about this CBA stuff. We don't really have any real updates. I'm just going to start there. Nothing is confirmed. We don't truly know anything new.
One thing that immediately stood out and honestly confused a lot of people was the official graphic used to announce the team. Even though Clark, Bueckers, and Reese are three of the most talked about players in the sport, none of them were highlighted in a major way. Fans were left wondering why you wouldn't spotlight your biggest draws. It felt like a missed chance to maximize buzz. In the end, though, the actual news overshadowed the graphic pretty quickly.
We don't really have any real updates. I'm just going to start there. Nothing is confirmed. We don't truly know anything new. All we have is some quotes from some players. The last time I updated you guys, I told you that the WNBA did return to the players and counter their proposal, and we really haven't heard anything substantial. Like, we don't know if the players came back, if they're doing a counter proposal. Like, we just don't know. And at this point, I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I just want to see what happens. But there was an article that came out where a reporter interviewed some of the players that play for Athletes Unlimited, and they asked them about the WNBA CBA, because like we've talked about a million times, they're definitely varying.
Another noticeable thing about this roster is how guard-heavy it is. That seems intentional. It points toward a fast, up-tempo style with lots of perimeter play. There are only a few traditional post players, including Aliyah Boston, Derica Hamby, Camila Cardoso, and Angel Reese. Overall, this group looks built to push the pace, space the floor, and put up points. It's a modern approach, versatile, quick, and aggressive. That kind of setup fits Clark's style really well.
The player said, I feel like we're asking for a lot. I know we deserve it, but at the same time, it's kind of like we're kind of getting greedy. We're doing a lot of asking. I feel like we need to do a lot of doing. So that was kind of one of the answers that stood out, because we haven't heard a player yet come out publicly and say like, we're being greedy, we need to sign this deal. Another player said, I'm going to lean more towards the positive side, so I'm going to say an 8, because I know the amazing people that we have to support us, the women in the negotiating chairs. Somebody said full W season ? I feel pretty confident. Full ? I feel like a 9. And so the question was, sorry, I didn't even tell you the question.
Some fans also pointed out the absence of major stars like Nafisa Collier, A'ja Wilson, and Sabrina Ionescu from this particular roster. But there's a reasonable explanation. Top players sometimes sit out non-Olympic events to manage their workload and focus on bigger competitions ahead. For example, A'ja Wilson may simply be prioritizing the next Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. It highlights how players make strategic decisions about their international commitments. Leading this young and talented group is head coach Kara Lawson from Duke. She brings experience not only as a coach but as a former standout player at Tennessee. That background gives her credibility in a locker room full of high-profile athletes. She'll be key in blending personalities and building chemistry. She's joined by assistants Natalie Nakasi, Nate Tibbetts, and Stephanie White, with Jose Fernandez and Tia Jackson serving as scout coaches. It's a strong staff, and it shows how seriously USA Basketball is taking these qualifiers. Of course, the big debate now is about the starting lineup. A lot of fans are pushing for a bold, youth-focused group. Many believe Clark should start at point guard with Paige Bueckers at the 2, Aliyah Boston at center and Reese at the 4. That combination would bring scoring, playmaking, and rebounding all at once. But that idea also sparks heated discussions, especially when it means veterans like Chelsea Gray might come off the bench. In a league known for passionate fan bases and strong opinions, any lineup decision is going to be dissected. Even with all the debates, most people agree on one thing: Clark being on this roster feels overdue. Many thought she should have been part of the 2024 Olympic team, so this selection feels like long-awaited recognition of her impact. It's not just about her talent, it's about her place among the top players in the game. At the same time, there's uncertainty hanging over the WNBA season because of ongoing collective bargaining agreement negotiations. Updates have been limited and nothing has been finalized. That creates tension. There are real concerns about possible delays or even a shortened season, which would put a damper on what should be an exciting time for the league. Anonymous player comments have revealed just how divided things might be. One player reportedly said, "I don't know if it'll be the whole season," another admitted, "We might be getting a little greedy." Those remarks show the range of opinions among players. Some feel current proposals are fair, while others think more is deserved. That split makes negotiations even more complicated. A player poll about confidence in getting a full season done showed an average rating of 6.1 out of 10, with 5 being the most common answer. That's not exactly reassuring. It suggests there's genuine uncertainty among the athletes themselves. Breanna Stewart has shared a balanced perspective. She's expressed some optimism about owners being more open to player concerns, but she's also stressed the need for a business mindset. With revenue sharing in play, missed games mean lost income for players, too. That financial reality adds urgency to reaching a deal. So while Clark's Team USA debut brings excitement and global attention, the business side of the league adds a layer of tension. Her presence could elevate everything: ratings, sponsorships, overall visibility, but unresolved labor issues could hold things back. Right now, the CBA situation is still unsettled. The league is at a crossroads. It can ride this wave of attention and growth, or it can stumble if internal conflicts drag on. The outcome of these negotiations will shape the environment Clark and every other player operate in moving forward. In the end, Clark joining Team USA is bigger than just one roster spot. It represents a new era, ongoing conversations about fairness and compensation, and a spotlight that's brighter than ever on women's basketball. Her games are going to draw massive attention. The real question is whether the league can channel that momentum and deliver the kind of season that truly changes the sport for good.